Welcome back to the Dad Days, everyone. As you can see, my beard and my hair is getting a little out of control. So today I'm going to show you how I've been trimming my own beard and cutting my own hair for about a decade. Let's get into it. I'll start by showing you the items that I use to trim my beard and cut my hair. Some are necessary, some are nice to have. The first thing is a mirror, a handheld mirror. I have a mirror in front of me. You can see I have a mirror on the door, so you can get every angle of your head by looking into the mirror. I would say that this is necessary if you want to be able to cut your hair well. You have to have a handheld mirror and at least a mirror in front of you. The third mirror is definitely a plus. The next thing is a comb. You need a comb for trimming your hair or trimming your beard. I would recommend a comb. Trimming shears, hair cutting shears, whether you're trimming your beard or your hair, also necessary. I have wall icon trimmers. Some form of trimmers are necessary. You don't need wall icons. I highly recommend them though. You can replace the blades over the years. They last forever. I've been using them for a very long time and they still work great. I have detailing trimmers, also wall. Again, this wouldn't be 100% necessary. You could use the regular hair cutting shears for doing your lines or something like that, but I do recommend the detailers. They're a little easier to work with when you're fine-tuning your lines. I like to use a safety razor for edging up my cheek lines, and I'll show you exactly how to use that. The last thing that isn't necessary, but is just one of those things that's nice, is a barber apron. It just connects together in the back. You slip it over your head. It's not perfect, you still get hair on you, but it does help. It's just a nice thing to have, so you can find them on Amazon. That's everything you need to trim your beard and cut your hair. I'm going to start with my beard and move up to my hair and explain to you what I'm doing as I do it. Today I'm not really going to be taking any length off of my beard. I'm just going to be trimming my neckline, my cheek lines, and fading in my sideburns to my hair. And when I cut my hair, I'll show you exactly what that looks like. The first thing I do with my beard is always just comb it through. I just want it to lay how I want it to lay before I start trimming it and hacking away at it. I want it to be in place. That way any hairs that are going to be trimmed are laying where they're supposed to be laying. So you just want to take time and really comb through it nice so it's laying how you want it to lay. I'm just going to use my mirror and check out my neckline. Okay, it seems like everything's laying pretty much. You can see it there. Pretty much how I want it to lay. So the first step is going to be trimming my neckline. And I'm going to be using my wall detailers for trimming my neckline and fading a little bit into my hairline. When I trim my neckline, I pull down a little bit on my neck to expose the neckline more and just make the skin tight. Okay, so I'm going to pull on my neck as I told you and trim my neckline. To get a better view, I'm going to use the mirror now, the handheld mirror, just to check how I did. It's pretty good. I want to get a little bit more on this side, just edge a little bit farther up my neck, and then I think I'm good to go. That's perfect. I prefer a certain angle on the underside of my beard right here. So I'm going to use the mirror to help me see correctly so I can use the detailing trimmers and shave right on the underside of my beard and shape that up a little bit. As you can see, it's a nice angle underneath of my beard, and that's exactly what I'm going for. I like the look of the jawline shape. The next thing I'm going to do is just comb my beard once again, and anything that's sticking out too much, I'll be using the shears and just trimming the long scraggly hairs off. Okay, so I've done my neckline, I've shaped up the bottom of my beard and the sides of my beard. The next thing I'm going to do is my mustache, and for that I use the comb and again the detail trimmers. For me, I prefer a shorter mustache. I love the look of guys that can pull off the longer, shaggier mustache, but for me, I use the comb. I simply comb from here down. I leave these bits longer to blend into my beard. This top part of the mustache, I use the comb and I trim my mustache about the length of the width of the comb. So I just put the comb right into my mustache and trim off the excess hair that sticks out through the comb. Once I've taken down the length of my mustache, I use the detail trimmers again to line up the edge of my lip. You just put your lip down a little bit, like that, and line up the edge of your lip. Next is going to be my cheek lines, and then from there I'm going to move to my hair because I fade in the sideburns towards the end after I've done the fade for my hair. So for my cheek line, it's really simple. I just wet the safety razor and just edge up my cheeks. It takes 2 seconds. For my haircut, I start with the shortest measurement that you're going to start with, and you put a line as high as you want to go, and then from there you fade. I like a really short, tight fade on the side. I start with a number 1.5 millimeters, or it's a half. You can adjust the level of the blade with this little lever on the side. I start with it up because it's open, so it gives you a little more length with the 0.5. When you're cutting your hair, you want to go against the grain. You go up, and then where you want the line to be, when you go as high as you want to go, you flick out a little bit at the top, and that helps create the fade and doesn't make a hard line in the side of your hair wherever you're transitioning to the next length. You always want to flick out a little bit. So go around your head and go up as high as you want to go with the shortest number guard, and then flick out a little bit right at the end. I'll start to remove some of the bulk. You slowly, once you put your initial line in around your head, from there on you're working on getting rid of that line. So every number you eat away at that bulk a little bit and flick out while you do it to create the fade. So that's what I'll be doing next. You can see that some of the bulk is already gone after using a number 1 and flicking out and going up about a ½ inch. You just continue to do that. See, you can see that some of the bulk is already gone and you're beginning to start your fade. So I'll move to a 1.5 and then a 2, and then once I'm done with my fade, I will show you how to trim your hair. Okay, so my fade's done. The only thing left is to get some length off the top and fade in my sideburns a little bit. I'll go ahead and I'll fade in my sideburns because I pretty much have the fade where I want it, and then we'll move to the length. Again, with the sideburns, I'll go short to long, 0.5 up to maybe like 1.5, if that. And as I change lengths, I go a little bit farther down each time I change lengths. The same way I went up, I go down about a ½ inch every time I change lengths. 1.5. Cutting your hair is probably the trickiest thing to do by yourself. I start by cutting the length in the front. It's just the way that I've taught myself by watching a lot of other things. I start by deciding, okay, I want to take that amount off, and then I work back from there and continue to go back through my hair and take about the same amount off. And you can double check it at the end by just combing through and checking the length to make sure that none of your hair is a lot longer than other hair. I like texture, so I'm going to probably cut about half of my length off, and then at the end texturize it by cutting through at different angles and doing some point cutting, and I'll show you what that looks like. Beard trim and my haircut are complete. All that's left to do is style my hair and my beard, and then I'll give you the final look. I just shampooed my hair and my beard to get all the hair trimmings out of it. I'll show you exactly how I style my hair and my beard and show you the final look for my cut hair and my trimmed beard. For my beard, I'm going to comb it out with a comb, and I'm going to apply some beard oil. I always use my homemade beard oil. Check out my DIY beard oil video to see exactly how I make this. But I'll just apply a little bit to my hand. It's about the size of a pea on my hand. All you need to do is rub your hands together. Rub it all through your beard. And then comb your beard out. For my hair, I'm not too picky with hair product. My hair's so short, it doesn't take much to hold it in place, but I do prefer either a thick paste or a wax. I'm using an Axe brand, and I like low shine or matte finish. I'm using just a little bit. Put it on your hand, rub your hands together, rub it through your hair. Okay, so this is the final product. Again, I like my hair textured, so it's not going to look perfectly cut straight on top, but I'll spin around so you can see the front and the back and the sides. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to trim your beard and cut your hair. As always, stay tuned for more dad days.